Go. Better button that jacket. We don't want you to catch cold.
You're very sweet. How did I ever get along without you?
Probably just fine.
It's pretty fun going out to breakfast. What a treat.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun, too. A beautiful woman and real food. Not like the salmonella special they have over at the hospital cafeteria.
Oh, wait, don't get that.
Honey, I have to. It might be for me. Can't abandon the sick and the ailing. Dr. Clark here. Yeah, I'm just on my way out, Kathleen. What can I do for you? Well, it sounds good, but I'm already spoken for. You'll just have to take a rain check. Sounds very tempting, but I really do have other plans. Next time, okay? Yep, you can count on it. Hey, if you're going to be my partner, Kathleen, I don't want to miss that for anything in the world. Right. Okay, bye.
Well, you really know how to make a girl feel wanted.
What are you talking about?
If you want to be with Kathleen, why don't you just go right now?
Gina, sweetheart, she wasn't asking me on a date. She wanted me to volunteer for duty with the trauma center.
I don't want to know the details, as long as there is no violence and no one gets hurt. All right, I have to go now.
You, my love, are going to need an armed guard walking around with so much cash in your pocket. The accountant told me you made a large withdrawal yesterday.
Since when do I have to account to the accountant, darling?
I'm only teasing. You don't have to account to anybody. He just wants to know what category to put it in. Household, business, charities.
Household. Tell him to put it under household for personal home improvements. Darling, I have to go. I have a lot of things to do.
I'll be with you in a minute, Jackson. I'm just changing my clothes.
Delta Blues, huh? What is it this time? Eyeshadow?
I have changed this copy 15 times. It still doesn't work.
You mind if I take a look?
Oh, please do. Oh.
All right. Hey, this is good. This is really good.
Please.
No. All you need here now is some eye-catching phrase. You know, catchy phrase.
Here, wait. That's it. Jeffrey, that is Delta's eye catchers. What's wrong with that? Something like the colors that will make you catch his eye and hold it. That's it. You are brilliant.
What did I do?
You just have an instinct for this promotion business. You do. That's why I love working with you.
Yeah, well, you know, I love working with you too.
Jeffrey, do you have the figures on that new field yet?
Yeah, I'll be right with you.
Sorry if I'm interrupting anything, darling. I just want to see them right away.
Right. Okay. Here they are, and they show that we have been producing over the last 3 days more than this rig has ever produced.
Oh.
Okay, now you've got me for the rest of the day. What are you going to do with me?
Well, I'm going to make you keep your mind off hospitals and patients and never mind.
You know something? If I were you, I'd be more worried about the patients than the nurses. After all, that's how I met you.
How come you always know exactly what I'm thinking? It's uncanny.
Have I given you any reason in the world to feel insecure?
No. What does she look like?
Who?
Kathleen. How would you describe her?
Kathleen. Well, she's a very large woman. She's got buck teeth and a wart on the end of her nose.
Your nose must be getting very long at this point.
All I care about is that she's a great nurse. Sweetheart, since I met you, I don't even notice other women. Why should I when I've got the best?
I've never been with a man who's never noticed other women.
Gina, if you could look into my eyes, you wouldn't have any doubts at all about my commitment to you.
Gentlemen, gents, I'm sorry to disturb you. You are looking at the new owner of Johnny.
Are you?
Whoa, congratulations. Thank you.
Right off.
Yeah. Well, see, I wanted to... I promised to only sell this place to a person who would retain its, I don't know, its kind of flavor. Well, I'm the only one I found who's qualified.
You? Well, that's great. That means we don't have to train no new proprietor when he takes over.
Oh, no, I gotta find somebody else to do the chores, you know.
I don't understand. Are you retiring from active duty?
The novelty of preparing gourmet delicacies for the masses began to wear a little thin.
So?
I've got to go back to my lecturing, a little scholarship, you know.
So who do you got in mind to take over?
Well, I haven't got anybody in mind. You?
Yeah, me.
You?
Me.
Oh, boy.
Well, it's not that I can't entertain the idea, but what about the last chance? Your last...
My last resort?
Last
that
resort.
Place, that's a dive. That's in the hole. King will tell you that it's a private eye. I mean, I'm a great oyster shucker. No,
Really?
I'm happy. I'm silly.
You're having? You were having? Oh, man, dude. And you on what? Oh, Look at this guy. Oh, it suits you, man. Hey, you want to dance? It looks great.
Thank you.
Listen, all right. I have a few things to do. I'll see you later, okay?
I can't believe you're actually quitting to do this. Oh, come on, admit it, pal. I mean, it's no great loss to the last resort detective agency.
No, I'm kind of getting used to it. You're growing on me.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, same here. Who'd ever believe that, huh? I guess there's another reason, though. You know, I'm sorely lacking in the female companionship department. I figured I'd hang out enough around here. I might be able to score something.
Please. No, come on. Don't we want you to miss the excitement, the challenge?
What? Of what? Hanging out around sleazy hotel rooms, tailoring hoods, wading knee-deep through dusty archives and libraries, searching for minor details. I mean, let's face it, pal, this is not NBC
Oh,
Friday
no,
night.
sure. Counting dishes is a lot more interesting.
You know, man, I like feeding people. It's straightforward, it's honest work. Oyster never gives you the slip, never sticks a gun in your back.
Oh, they just bore you to death.
What are you talking about, man? It's a metaphor for life.
Wait, what's a metaphor for life?
Ain't you ever read Zen, the Art of Oyster Shucking?
No, I missed that one.
Oh, well, there's still time to learn. It's not too late.
Learn what?
The mysterious rites of passage. Yes, sirree. You watch the master, and he will enlighten you.
Kelly.
What's the matter, baby?
Hey. I just want to apologize for leaving you like that earlier, but I do have a little time later if you still need me.
Thanks, honey, but, I'll tell you what, if this promotion thing takes off, you'll get a lifetime supply of eye catchers. How about that?
Eye catchers. Well, I tell you, I just need one. You. So you hurry home because I have a lifetime supply of this cream for you.
Jeffrey, come here, please.
What is it, Mother?
They've just called. There's been an explosion at the rig. A big one. God. Do you know how it happened?
They don't know yet, honey.
We said he went injured.
They couldn't tell me that either, or they wouldn't. Chaos out there. You know, I don't wish harm to those workers, even the ones who are disloyal to me, but if any of those men were hurt, I hope they take Pamela for everything she's got.
God, these people could have been killed out there.
Sweetheart, I've offered the resources of the company if they need help, but you don't want me to pretend to you that I don't wish her bad luck now, do you?
I don't care what you pretend. I don't want to talk about Pamela. I don't want to think about Pamela until we know if anyone was hurt.
I'm sorry, honey. I didn't mean to sound so callous about it. Look, I've got some work to do in the study. If I hear anything more, I'll tell you. Are you all right?
Yes. Go get your work done.
I'm sorry, but I got to get to the hospital right away. There's been an accident. They're bringing people in right now.
Well, why can't they use another doctor? I mean, it should
It
pay
was
off.
an explosion on an oil rig.
Well, what about your dad? Is he all right?
I don't know. They'll find out more when I get there. Look, are you almost ready? Because I could drop you off on the way.
Yeah, let me go with you.
Gina, it's not going to be much fun hanging around a hospital.
If you're going to be there, that's where I want to be.
Okay, come on. Let's go.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Just make sure you keep us posted, right? Bye-bye. Well, that's it. Several men have been hurt. They don't know how badly yet, but helicopters are on the way to the site right now.
Jeffrey, I'm very frightened. Are we going to lose everything? Mr. Clark. Come in.
Thank you, thank you. Listen, I'm sorry for barging in like this uninvited, but at a time like this, I don't think I should stand on ceremony.
No, not at all. We're glad you came. Were you actually on the rig when this happened?
Yes, but I was one of the lucky ones.
Yeah, I just spoke with John Livesey. Thank God no one was killed.
It was a miracle.
We've also contacted our insurance company. They're going to make sure that there are no delays at the hospital, paperwork, that kind of thing.
We're also setting up a special fund for the workers' families as soon as we can.
That's good, that's very good.
Where was this explosion, Ben?
In the main pipeline.
Well, how much damage is there to the rig?
Well, the main pipe's completely gone. And most of the expansion joints on the other pipes, they gave out. And the leak detection system, that's completely destroyed as well.
Okay, so what does this mean? Is the rig itself, is that still stable?
Well, it's hard to say, but the structure's definitely weakened.
Oh, what a disaster. I mean, how on earth did something like this happen? Was it our fault?
Well, I checked everything out as best I could after it was all over, looking for safety violations, possible mechanical failures.
And?
Nothing. Not a thing. As far as I could see, the rig was being run by the book.
Well, yeah, something obviously went wrong.
Well, I think it was sabotage. I think someone deliberately blew it up.
Excuse me, please. I am a member of the board of the hospital.
Yes, Mrs. Capwell, I recognize you.
I was wondering about the oil rig explosion. Was there anyone injured?
Yes, there were. They're being brought in right now. Are you all right, Mrs. Capwell?
Was there anyone killed?
No, I don't believe so. The trauma unit's standing by waiting for the first helicopter to arrive. They should be here any minute.
The injured won't have to go through any hospital red tape before they get treatment, will they?
A representative from the insurance company has already called. They've set up a system to make a bidding move faster.
I see. Well, thank you very much for talking to me. I know you're busy. Is there anything I can do?
Not right now, thank you.
Will you let me know if I could help?
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Where are the pearls, Pearl?
What are you talking about, King? In these little fellas, you won't find pearls. No, the great pearl oyster leases out the Japanese coastline. Those suckers, they're 12 inches long.
No, wait a minute. Nothing's 12 inches long. Wait, where's the pearls? I've been looking for pearls. You said there'd be pearls in here. What? No, I quit. No
You
pearls.
quit? That's okay. I got enough oysters as is right here.
You got enough for what?
For today's special. We're having oyster stew, oyster poulet, oyster gumbo a la pearl.
Wait a minute. You mean I've been doing this just for your special? I've been had.
What you've been is a good sport. You know what? Just
I've been a sucker.
I want to fix you an oyster omelet. An oyster omelet?
No. No, really. I got to go to the office. I got to call Cruz.
Who?
No, I got to call him in Hawaii.
Oh, we haven't heard his name in a while. What happened to the car accident?
Well, he's fine. I talked to Eden earlier, and she said he was fine, but I got to talk to him. Because with you jumping ship and we starting this new security job, I got to get more help.
Well, Kusi?
Fellas, there's been an explosion and fire on one of the oil rigs. I was listening on the car radio. Apparently no lives were lost, but some of the workers were injured.
Estimates range from 10 to 20,000 metric tons of oil spilled into the ocean so far from the explosion. The slick from the spill is being carried by winds and currents towards Santa Barbara's shoreline and beaches. People are advised to stay out of the water. This station will provide up-to-the-minute reports on the emergency as they...
And what do we do?
Well, we could start by getting a carload of mild detergents and go down there and wash the oil off of one of these animals one at a time.
Well, you heard the man. What are you waiting for? Here, let me give you some money to... I'll come over there and help you when I can. When I can get somebody to cover me. Take this. Wait a minute. Take this.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, so we'll see you later, right?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Don't worry about me, Scott. I mean, I'll be fine. I just want you to check on your father and take care of the other workers.
All right, I'll try not to be too long.
And remember, if there's anything I can do to
I'll
help.
let you know.
Oh, careful.
I'm sorry. Do you know where there's a telephone? I've got to make a phone call and tell him I'm okay.
Oh, I think there's one down the hall, but you seem a little unsteady on your feet. Why don't you sit down here? You were out in that rig, weren't you?
It's 15 feet away when that pipe blew. I hit my head on the pump. I thought I was
Gina,
killed.
don't!
Horrible.
Mr. Kemp, we've been looking for you. You disappeared off of your gurney.
I got to get to a phone.
He wants to call his family.
We'll take care of that, but first I need to examine you. Please, open your eyes. Kathleen, here's your missing patient.
We were very worried about you, Mr. Kemp.
Make sure somebody calls us home, okay?
Yes, of course. Hello, Miss Caprock.
Okay, Mr. Kemp, now you have the symptoms of a concussion. Now, I'm going to be monitoring you, and if I think it's necessary, I will give you some x-rays, okay? Do you have any questions?
No.
Please come with me, Mr. Kemp. You'll feel a lot better once you get off your feet.
God, I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
Gina, I appreciate you trying to help, but the man needed medical attention first and sympathy afterward. You never know when every second might count.
All right, it'll never happen again. I'm really sorry. Did you find out about your father?
No, nothing yet.
Well, don't let me keep you. Go check on him.
I'll see you in a little while.
Did you really think you were going to get away with this?
The hell are you talking about?
Oh, of course you did, because you get away with everything. You're probably responsible for most of the so-called accidents that happen on your competitors' rigs.
You poor, tormented woman. What the hell are you ranting about now?
How did you do it, CC? Did you pay off or bribe one of my men, bring in an outsider? Oh, what's the difference? The end result is the same. My rig is crippled.
You're really crazy, you know that?
Oh, I'm going to see you in prison, just ruined.
I had nothing to do with that explosion. If you tell anybody else about that garbage, I'll sue you for whatever's left after the workers get done with you. You understand me?
Oh, you tried to destroy me all those years ago, CC. And you're trying to do it again. And I won't let you, and my sons won't let you.
Let me tell you something. You have blamed me for all the trouble you've had in your life, when the truth is you've caused your own misery. Now, this explosion probably happened because you had bad management. You are the bad management, and you can't face it.
It so happens an expert came to me and told me this is a clear case of deliberate and malicious sabotage.
An expert? The accident occurred less than a half an hour ago, and you have a thorough investigation going?
Well, this man did his inspection on his own, and he came to me with his conclusions. And he happens to have a long history of working on this particular kind of rig, Ben Clark.
Ben Clark accused me?
No, not yet. We haven't gotten that far. But he's going to figure it out, and when he does, he's going to think back to the past and all those other little violent acts.
You shut up. You understand me? You shut up.
This was not an accident, Cece. I know it. Ben Clark knows it, and you know it.
If it was deliberate, I had nothing to do with it.
Well, then who else hates me to do something like this?
Why don't you just give me an hour? I'll make up a list.
Yours will be the only name on it, Cece.
Oh, come on. Hurt my bad arm.
You set off a bomb, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
My God. My God, I deserve anything I'm going to get for being involved with you, but those men who were injured didn't deserve it.
I didn't mean for that to happen.
Then do you want to tell me why you did it?
You paid me a lot of money to do a job for you. No questions asked.
I paid you to get Pamela Conrad out of town, and I told you over and over again I didn't want anyone's life endangered.
I didn't mean to hurt those guys. That was an accident. I got torn up myself.
You promised me you knew what you were doing.
I'm only human. I took every precaution I could. The bomb was only supposed to damage the underwater oil field and cut off the connection to the
You want
rig.
to tell me then what happened?
I don't know. There's too much natural gas in the line, I guess. I don't know.
Then you shouldn't have done anything at all. You had no right to do anything that was dangerous.
Listen, lady. You didn't hire me to write a polite letter to her asking her to please leave town. You wanted her put out of business. Well, you can't do something like that without taking a risk or two. I tried to explain that to you on the phone this morning, but you wouldn't listen. You went into your high and mighty routine about not wanting to know anything about the details. Right?
Oh, yes. I was so wrong.
No. You just thought by hiring me to do your dirty work that you could keep your own hands clean. It's natural.
My hands are dirty. Mr. Tompson, dirtier than yours.
Hey, where are you going?
I'm going to the police. I am going to the police, and I am telling them what I've done.
Oh, yeah, I can hear that little story right now. How you didn't mean any harm, you hired me, I got out of control, right? You won't wash Mrs. Capwell. You're in this just as deep as I am.
You think I don't know that?
No, I don't think you do, because if you did, you know that if they put me in jail, they're going to put you in there, too.
That's right. That's absolutely right, and that's what should happen, because we have committed a horrible crime.
Just more than high and mighty talk, Mrs. Capwell. Are you ready for that? You ready to give up your fancy mansion, right? Your family? Spend the next 10 to 20 years behind bars? Oh, yeah. Nice, rich, pretty lady like you would be real popular in prison. You gotta be practical, Mrs. Capwell. If it don't serve no purpose, don't do it. I got a motto. Leave well enough alone. Nobody got killed. The rig's out of commission. Right? That's pretty much what you wanted, isn't it?
I want to undo what I've done.
There's no way to do that. You can't help those men by going to the police. You'd only hurt yourself and your family. Now, you think about that. I have to do something. No, you don't. Explosions happen all the time on rigs. There's no way that they can trace this one to either one of us. Now, the worst is over, Mrs. Capwell. Believe me.
The doctor said your arm's going to be just fine, Mr. Thompson.
Sure is sore.
Well, you just have to take it easy for a while.
Don't listen to a word she says. The best therapy for that wing is a lot of hard work.
Mr. Clark, are you undermining my authority again?
Just trying to keep you from pampering my men, Kathleen, that's all.
With what they've been through, I think they can use a little pampering.
Yeah, I'd like to go back to work, but looks like I might have a job.
Listen, there's going to be a lot of work for you just as soon as we get that rig in order.
Any idea when that's going to be?
Can't say for sure, but we'll be in touch. You take it easy, huh?
Thanks.
Mrs. Capwell, it's Ben Clark.
Oh, hello, Mr. Clark. Are you okay? Scott was really worried about you.
Yes, I'm fine. I just saw him. Listen, if you're waiting for him, it's going to be a real long wait.
No, that's okay. I don't mind waiting. Was there any really bad injuries?
No, not really, but there could have been.
You know, that man you were talking to, it seems like I recognize his voice, too.
Yeah, that's Ed Thompson. He's one of the new people we brought in yesterday to work on the Conrad rig. We brought in some new men because that well we were working on was pumping like mad. Now he's out of a job. So we got the rig operating again.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's a tough break.
There's a lot of tough breaks in the oil business, Mrs. Capwell, but most of them are accidents.
You think this one wasn't? I mean, are you saying you think it wasn't an accident?
You never know.
What do you think it was? Sabotage?
That's your word, Mrs. Capwell, not mine.
Well, look, I promise I won't mention anything to anyone that you've said to me. But just one thing. Do you have any idea who might have done it?
No, none at all.
Lionel, hi. I can't reach Jeffrey or my father to find out whether that well belongs to either one of them.
Well, I hope for your sake it doesn't.
There weren't any serious injuries, were there?
Oh, no, only the water, the beaches, and the wildlife. There's a huge oil slick. Miles and miles of coastline are going to be affected.
I can't believe this. I mean, I had no idea.
Well, it's something you'll be hearing about for years. The trouble is that the powers are only going to be interested in who's going to pay for the cleanup.
What can we do about it now, right now?
Kane are up there and tending to some birds that have been covered in the oil slick. I'm going to go up there myself.
Okay. I'll talk to you. Jeffrey, I've been trying to call you. Have you heard about the explosion?
It was my mother's rig, Kelly.
Oh, my God. Well, I was afraid that it was either yours or Daddy's, but I figured he had so many more.
Yes, and you thought the odds were against it being ours. They were.
Well, do you know what caused it?
There's reason to believe it was deliberate.
Deliberate? Why? Why would somebody want to do something like that? Oh, no. Oh, no. Not my father.
I'm sorry, Kelly.
That is not true, Pamela. Jeffrey, you know that's not true.
I don't know what to think at this point.
What? What proof do you have?
So far, it's only circumstantial. But who else could it be? CC hates me. He's been enraged ever since I won the rig from him.
Oh, now, wouldn't that be convenient to just shift the blame on him?
What do you mean by convenient?
I mean, what if the explosion was because of negligence? That's what I mean. That means you would have to pay a large sum of money to clean up the environmental damage.
Hey, baby, more than anything else, I want to believe that your father had nothing to do with this, but you see, the thing is, we got our information from a very, very impartial source, and he seems to think that this explosion was no accident. In fact, he said he was confident that
Oh, I
it was
don't believe
sabotage.
this. I cannot believe this. You don't know why these people... You don't know why it happened, none of that. How can you drag my father's name into this? You know what I think? I think you're protecting yourselves and your investment as a scapegoat.
You know, I wonder if you would fight for me with the same passion that you're fighting for your father. I mean, why do you always just assume the worst about my motives?
I'm not assuming anything, Jeffrey. You have changed. You have. I don't feel like I don't know you anymore.
No. I'm still the same man you married, but I just would like to believe that my wife was on my side.
All I know is right at this minute, our beaches are being ruined from the spill from your rig, and a lot of innocent animals are dying because of it. Well, I'm on their side.
Darling, you look all worn out.
I didn't sleep very well last night.
Well, I thought you'd like to know that, aside from some first-degree burns, no one was seriously hurt in the explosion.
I know.
You know, I just got the call.
I heard it on the radio in the car, so it's probably official. I'm very glad.
Well, can I say bad thoughts about Pamela now?
Well, you can say anything that makes you feel all right. I'm going to go lie down.
Yeah, she thinks I blew up her rig.
Pamela does?
Yeah, well, actually, that I hired someone else to do it. She came over here in a rage, threatening me.
Where did she get that idea?
Seems to be some evidence or something.
Evidence? What do you mean, evidence against you?
No, not against me specifically, but the explosion, there's some evidence the explosion was not an accident, and she jumped to the natural assumption that if it wasn't an accident, I was the culprit.
She can't accuse you on the basis of an assumption.
Maybe not, sweetheart, but she's convinced I did it.
What is she going to do?
Try to get me with some proof, I guess, but she's not going to find any. You know, I was thinking. I bet it's probably someone who's out to get me and didn't know that that rig now belongs to Pamela.
I guess that could always be a possibility.
Maybe. Still too much of a coincidence. What's the matter, darling? You look worried.
How do you expect me to look? I mean, with that wretched woman trying to make trouble for you again.
Hey, you do believe me, don't you? That I didn't do it?
Yeah, I believe you.
Because as much as I detest that woman, no way would I jeopardize my life with you. She can try to find all the proof she wants. She can make all the threats she wants. She cannot link me to this.
You don't have to try to convince me. I know you're innocent. I've got to lie down.
Yeah, you get some rest. There's been an explosion. The explosion may not have been an accident.
done for you, no questions asked.
You look so worried.
Me to do the dirty work, you could keep your own hands clean. It's only natural.
You look so worried.
You wanted me to put her out of
But I think it's too much of a coincidence. You look so worried. Maybe it was done by someone out to get me.
Pretty rich lady like you'd be real popular in prison.
Why don't you just give him a mild sedative, all right?
Okay. Do you want to use a cold water compress on the burn?
Yeah. I'll be in as soon as I check in on one, Mr. Hopkins and Mr. McGarrigle, okay?
Right.
You're doing a great job, Kathleen.
Well, thank you, Doctor. So are you.
How you doing? Bored?
No, not really.
I'm sorry about our afternoon together.
It's all right. I guess it's just part of being a doctor's girlfriend.
I guess. I could put you in a taxi and send you home if you like.
No. No. I'd rather wait it out. When do you think you might get a chance to break for lunch?
Well, I have a few more patients I have to attend to, and then maybe I'll be able to steal away for a few minutes and go down to the cafeteria, all right?
I'd love that.
Okay, good. I'll see you in a little while.
Okay.
Do you need any help, Mrs. Cathwell?
Oh,
Kathleen.
No, I'm fine. You people have been working awfully hard here, especially you and Dr. Clark.
Yes, well, with so many of the victims from the rig accident coming in all at once, things are very tense around here, but I think things are under control now.
Good, I hope so. You know, Scott really... Dr. Clark, he really thinks a lot of you. He thinks you're a wonderful nurse.
Oh, I think he's one of the best doctors we've got. He's very skilled, he's professional, he's very compassionate. That's a winning combination.
Yeah, Scott's a real winner, all right. He must be a lot of fun for you to work with.
Well, I can't think of any other doctor I'd rather work with than him. Excuse me, Mrs. Catwell.
Oh, it's all right. You go ahead. I'm sure you've got a lot to do. That's what I was afraid of. She's nice, too.
Well, we seem to be winning the battle of the gunk here.
Pearl, what's going to happen to the seals we can't treat?
Well, you see, these babies, they've got a layer of fur that keeps a warm coat of air between the body and the outside. But if the fur gets oil logged, the body heat dissipates, and that's that. Oh, it's okay.
Say, I've always loved this beach. Thought it was one of the most beautiful places in the world.
Well, it's not so beautiful no more.
I used to sit out on the shore and watch the birds for hours a day, and I always used to think that if I could come back here any time of my life, it would always be here, you know? I just never dreamed it could be so fragile.
Everything in life is fragile. We just got to remember that.
I know, but Pearl, I've read about these disasters all my life. You just never understand what they mean until it happens.
Mm-hmm. And tell me, was it your father's rig? The one that spilled? Easy. It's okay.
No, it wasn't.
That's lucky for the Catwell clan. It would have been hell to pay if it was.
It was Pamela's. The one Jeffrey's helping her run.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so am I.
Does he know that we're down here? I'd be more than happy to pitch in, I'm sure.
Hey, just found a bunch more birds down by the cove. They're in pretty bad shape. There's dozens of them. I need some help.
Yeah, I'll go, all right?
Oh, it's no problem. There are volunteers on the way. I'm sure they'll help out.
Okay.
Is this guy gonna make it?
If I have anything to say about it, he will. Huh?
I mean, what sort of person could let this happen?
Hey, what's the matter with all of us that we could let something like this happen?
Yeah, I think you're right. We gotta take responsibility.
You ready? Let's go.
Yeah. Let's see you.
Okay.
Does he care at all, Sophia? While the rest of us are having nightmares, does he see sleeping soundly? As he had nothing to do with this. Think about all those poor workers going to work so peaceably early in the morning. And then a devastating explosion rips through that quiet, throwing them into walls and into the water and burning them.
Pamela! I happen to know that no one was critically injured, so would you just cut out melodrama?
Well, would it be too melodramatic to mention the oil spill and the damage it's doing?
Oil spill? What are you talking about?
You don't have to believe me. Why don't you just walk outside a few hundred feet and see for yourself? They're saying it's the largest oil spill in the history of this area.
Oh, dear God, no.
Oh, dear God, yes. There's thousands of gallons of oil in the ocean. It's enough to power this city for weeks.
How do you know?
That's not the worst of it. All up and down the coastline. Wildlife is suffering and dying. And C.C. Capwell caused it all for no other reason than his pure desire to ruin men.
He had nothing to do with this. Don't blame it on him. It's not.
Well, the newspapers are going to have a field day when they hear what Ben Clark has to say.
Yeah? You know, I'm beginning to think we need to bring in another expert on this.
Prove him out? All right, why not?
Oh, to prove him wrong. More like it.
Prove him wrong? Well, I thought you said he was the best man in the industry.
Yeah, that doesn't mean he knows everything. I just think we need a lot of proof that that rig actually was sabotaged.
Darling, I'm going to have to ask you a very difficult question. And I want an honest answer. Are you backing down because of Kelly?
No. No, I'm not backing down. If Cece's guilty, Kelly would never expect me to protect him.
If he's guilty, I thought there was no doubt about that.
Look, Mother, all we have is the word of one man, admittedly, a very good man, but all he's told us is that he doesn't think the explosion was an accident. That is not enough to condemn anyone on.
All right, we'll hire all the experts we need to prove that CC had our rig blown up.
Or that some other competing oil company found out how much our rig was producing, yes?
Or that Jeffrey Conrad is selling out his mother in order to protect his wife's father.
You know, you have no right to say that to me. I have stood by you on every single dispute you've had with the capital since you came here. I've let my wife down more than once to do that.
Do you regret it, Jeffrey? Or maybe I should never have come back here.
Oh, God. No, I don't regret anything. All I'm saying is that I think it's very foolish to go and accuse someone of a crime like this just because he's an easy target.
Well, maybe I am foolish, Jeffrey. But I have a long history of suffering at the hands of the Capwells. And I think I know far better than you do the crimes that CC is capable of.
All right, Mother, I'm sorry. I know what you've been through. I know. And I swear to you, if C.C. Capwell is responsible for this, I will be the first person to see that he's punished.
Thank you, Jeffrey. It's very comforting. Please, just get back to work. There's so much to do.
Yeah. Actually, I have to leave you for a while.
Where are you going?
Down to the beach. I want to see if I can help out there.
Kelly's made you feel guilty about this? You have no reason to, darling. We didn't do anything.
I want to help, all right?
All right, go ahead.
I'll be back, Mom.
Lionel.
CC, what can I do for you?
Looking for Sophia. She been in this morning?
Yeah, she was here earlier, but she left. I don't know where she went.
Oh, okay.
CC, Kelly was here, too. She went over to help with the wildlife rescue operation. I'm just packing up some food to send over for the guys that are volunteering there.
That's very good of you.
Well, I think we all have to do what we can in this situation, don't we? Listen, Kelly didn't know whose rig it was until Pamela and her son, Jeffrey, came in and told her right here.
Just what else did Pamela tell her?
I wasn't privy to the conversation, but Kelly seemed awfully upset. I'll tell Sophia if I see her again. You were looking for her.
Thank you.
It's not going to be a secret very long, Mr. Capwell.
What is it? What are you talking about, Benny?
The oil well, of course. I mean, sooner or later it's going to come out that it was sabotage.
Are you really so sure of that?
There's no doubt in my mind.
You wouldn't think there'd be so many ruthless people around who would endanger so many lives, would you?
Well, that'd be true if that was their intention in the first place, but I don't think they wanted to hurt anyone. You see, I figure that they were just trying to cut off the rig's access to the well. Now, no access, no oil, no money. No money, right.
Makes sense. You have any suspicions who might have done it?
See, Cap, well, I could have all the suspicions in the world. What good is it without proof? How about you?
Stay with me. Hey, Sophia. Welcome to hell.
Have you been able to save any of them?
Not as many as we lost. That's amazing. You see these babies in their element and birds swooping around the sky, diving down into the water. These pups splashing through the waves, and they all seem so powerful, so part of nature. And then something like this happens, and they are really helpless.
Oh, hi,
Hey.
Kelly, hi. Glad you're here. Yeah. Yes, I know.
How things go at the Cove?
Oh, horrible. Why? What happened? Just dozens of birds coated with oil.
They couldn't fly. Their wings were coated.
How many of them did you save?
Not many. Most of them died.
Oh, my God, it's so terrible. I can't believe it. I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay.
Well, we'll do what we got to do. We'll work and do all we can and hope for the best.
Do you need another pair of hands?
Absolutely. We can use all the help we can get.
Okay, we must
Bitter cold across the nation. We'll have the chilling details. And from the Middle East, the latest on the Israeli-Palestinian fighting. Tonight on NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw.